I had him as a student at Curtin University. I was his tutor for 4 years.
You must be excited to see him today, how far he's come.
I'm really excited and very proud. He's done terrific work. I worked with him for 4 years, just sort of helping him develop his forms and surfaces and glazes and everything. So, yeah.
Can you see something of your influence in his work?
No, not particularly, because we work in very different ways. But I suppose the one thing that we have in common is like attention to detail. I work with very fine detailed surfaces and detailed decoration, and Bevan is doing the same thing with these sort of dots and lines. It's very controlled and detailed.
Here we are with Jo Lagerberg, and you know Bevan Thompson on a personal note. Can you tell us a little bit about how you get involved?
Oh, I met Bevan when he was doing his Masters at Curtin University, and I recognised him straight away as a great artist, and we became very good friends, and so this is his first ceramic exhibition, although he has had a glass exhibition before, and I think a lot of his work has a lot of soul, and I really love it. So. And I think it also sits beautifully with a lot of Indigenous art and non-Indigenous art. I think it's just universal, his work. It's the work of a real artist.
So we're going to see a lot more exhibitions with Bevan Thompson with you encouraging him?
I think we will, and well, these works here have been bought by the Art Gallery or reserved by the Art Gallery of Western Australia, and I really hope that he's going to be seen in all the public collections in Australia, because he deserves to be. Edith Carn University have also bought a work, so it's just a fantastic step for an emerging artist. So I actually love the snakeskin works, which are the works behind and the works in front, because they tell such a story about him finding the snake skin in the bush, and the snake had got rid of its skin, and Bevan then based the whole pot on the beauty of the snake skin, but at the same time being terrified of the snake because it was around somewhere. So I love his snake skin pots.
Yes, I'm from Jordan. I was brought up there in the sand hills there with my grandmother, and a few other cousins. We all lived there because we had sort of nowhere else to live. We had to live away from the European, because I think probably because they wanted us hidden. They didn't want people to see us, so we sort of were stuck between two cultures, and eventually shedding my skin was a part of that, to be able to get into the European way of things and learn their way, go to school and learn everything about art and everything that way.
Ceramic vase is unique and it's got its own story, is that?
Yeah, well, most of them are from my childhood days when we was playing around in the hills and that, the bungle bungles was just something that I'd seen and I loved it, so I just wanted to paint them, so I wanted to do it. So, yeah, but most of it's all from my childhood. All the stories come from there, when I was a kid. My grandmother told me stories, and aunties, grandmother's sisters and that, uncles done a bit of art, stuff like that. So I just sort of picked it up, pretty quickly.
So it's been a long time coming, this collection.
Yeah, it has been. I've been doing a lot of art, but I've been selling it instead of keeping it for a collection. I've been selling it for money to live, So, and then nobody knew me because they get the art and then they go home and then hide it, I suppose, or nobody knew about it. But this is my first solo ceramics. I've been in a couple of exhibitions with other ceramicists from here over in Melbourne and places like that, and got a good response and sold 3 or 4 pieces. And
how long have you been working with the ceramics before?
Well, when I was doing my my Bachelor of Arts, I was doing these. I was doing my essays, and my essays were on the Impressionists. And when I looked at the Impressionists, most of them went from painting to doing ceramics, and it's just happened to me. I followed. I don't know.